YouTube pranks are meant to be funny and entertaining, but sometimes they take a dark turn. In this video, we'll look at 5 stories of YouTube pranks that went wrong. These disturbing incidents led to severe consequences, showing how dangerous pranks can be when they go too far. In 2016, Michael and Heather Martin, parents of 5, ran a YouTube channel called Daddy05 in Maryland. The couple launched the channel in 2015, gaining over 760,000 subscribers and attracting more than 175 million views before it was shut down in 2018. Their content centered on pranks involving their children, but the videos began to show troubling scenes, often leaving the kids visibly distressed. Though some pranks seemed light-hearted, many viewers noticed disturbing interactions. In one video, Michael instructed his children to slap their sister, causing her to become visibly upset. In another titled "Prank Gone Wrong, Dad Pulls a Gun," Michael pretended to point a gun at Heather and one of the children. In perhaps the most unsettling video, Michael accused his younger sons, Cody and Alex, of spilling disappearing ink on a carpet, yelling at them until they broke down in tears. These videos sparked concern among viewers, but Rose Hall, Cody's biological mother, took legal action. She sought emergency custody of Cody and Emma, her 2 children with Michael, after witnessing their distress in the videos. Rose's efforts eventually helped her gain temporary custody, and authorities in Maryland opened an investigation into the interactions captured on film. The Daddy05 story soon attracted widespread media attention. Lawyer and TV host Sunny Hostin discussed the case on Good Morning America, highlighting the emotional impact on the children. Hostin suggested that Rose might be able to claim emotional distress damages and pointed out that the family was earning between $200,000 to $350,000 annually from the videos, adding that this made it possible for them to address their children's well-being. Michael and Heather initially defended their actions, explaining that the pranks were staged and intended purely for entertainment. Later, Michael expressed regret, admitting that what began as family fun had shifted to being primarily about making videos. Heather clarified that the characters portrayed on the channel did not reflect who they were, suggesting that the content was intended to show a different side of their family. The Frederick County Sheriff's Office and Child Protective Services became involved as the investigation continued. Rose's lawyer, Tim Conlon, pointed out that this case was unique because the concerning behavior was broadcast publicly, unlike other cases that typically occurred behind closed doors. Under pressure from public backlash, Michael and Heather eventually removed the videos and issued a public apology. In an emotional video, Heather admitted it was the most challenging week of their lives and acknowledged poor parenting choices. Michael echoed her sentiment, saying they put things on the internet that shouldn't be there. Even though the videos were taken down, the emotional toll on Cody and Emma remained clear. In September 2017, the couple received 5 years of probation for child neglect. They were prohibited from contacting Cody and Emma without court approval, and they could not post about their children online unless it were for family matters. Their probation concluded in 2022, but the impact of the case lingered. After the channel's shutdown, the Martins released a statement to WUSA 9, a local news station covering their story. They explained that their family had worked hard to heal over the past 18 months. They shared that everyone was doing well and planned to continue enjoying YouTube together as a family, but within strict boundaries. Additionally, they requested privacy as they moved forward. For Rose Hall, gaining custody was crucial to helping Cody and Emma heal. She later shared that they gradually returned to their happy, playful selves. Conlon remarked that the children were undergoing a deprogramming process to move past their harrowing experiences. Viewers had played an essential role in urging authorities to step in, showing concerns that led to the investigation. The Daddy05 case raised more significant questions about the ethics of family channels on YouTube, particularly regarding children's treatment in pursuing online fame. Public outcry over the Martins' actions had spurred calls for more regulation of family content to prevent similar incidents in the future. While Michael and Heather faced legal consequences, Rose Hall remained focused on her children's well-being. She shared her hopes that Cody and Emma would feel safe, happy, and protected from the distress they had experienced in the past. On September 22, 2014, YouTuber Sam Pepper uploaded a controversial prank video that quickly faced backlash. Known for pushing boundaries, Pepper's latest video featured him pinching random women, calling it a prank. The response was swift and negative. The YouTube community, including creators and viewers, widely condemned the video, finding his actions deeply inappropriate. Instead of addressing the criticism, Pepper tweeted unrelated topics, seemingly avoiding the issue. Later that night, he uploaded a second video in a similar prank style, involving a female friend pinching random men. YouTube removed this video for violating its terms of service. Pepper posted a reveal video the following day, claiming both previous videos were staged with actors. He explained that he intended to spark a conversation about unwanted attention and applauded the public's reaction as proof of their awareness of the issue. Pepper also shared personal stories about situations where he felt uncomfortable, including instances where fans had crossed boundaries with him. He wanted to show how these issues could impact men without diminishing their seriousness. However, social media users remained skeptical. Many felt that his explanation was a last-minute attempt to dodge the backlash. Even if the videos were staged, viewers argued that the subject matter was sensitive and inappropriate for a prank. This wasn't Pepper's first controversial prank. Previously, he teamed up with Logan Paul for a video in which they pretended to lasso women in public. Another popular video showed him attempting to kiss random women at Venice Beach, garnering over 15 million views. Critics pointed out that Pepper profited from these videos and only cared about their impact when they backfired on him. The timing of his second video, posted early in the morning in the UK, also suggested a rushed attempt at damage control rather than a planned social experiment. While it was available, viewers criticized it heavily, calling it offensive and misguided. In the end, Pepper's attempt to raise awareness largely failed. His actions were seen as insensitive, and he seemed unaware of the privilege that allowed him to engage in intrusive behavior under the label of experimentation. In 2015, Pepper's stunts took a darker turn. He released a video featuring YouTubers Sam Goldbach and Colby Brock in an elaborate setup that led Goldbach to believe his friend was in grave danger. The video began with the two friends' car breaking down on their way to meet Pepper. As one of them checked the engine, a masked figure approached, covered the other's head with a bag, and restrained him. The scene then shifted to a rooftop, where the masked figure held Goldbach at gunpoint, making him watch what appeared to be a traumatic event involving his friend. When the prank was revealed, Goldbach was visibly shaken, repeatedly saying that he thought his friend did not make it. The video sparked significant backlash, with viewers criticizing the stunt as unnecessarily distressing. Many called for YouTube to remove Pepper's channel, and some commenters even suggested that Pepper needed professional help. Despite this, some fans defended the video as a form of entertainment. Goldbach later released a statement saying he wasn't upset with Pepper and believed the experience brought him closer to his friend. He expressed understanding of Pepper's intended message and voiced his support for him. Following this controversy, Pepper deleted all his social media posts, left his YouTube channel empty, and posted a single tweet stating that he had given up. Shortly after, he uploaded a video explaining his actions and apologizing, admitting he hadn't been faithful to himself. Sam Pepper's actions highlighted a troubling trend in social media. Pranks can sometimes blur the line between entertainment and harm. His videos, which involved physical and emotional intrusion, revealed a concerning side of the prank culture. Although Pepper claimed he intended to bring attention to serious issues, his approach was criticized as insensitive and self-centered. His efforts to label these stunts as social experiments were widely viewed as poorly thought out, with little consideration for the impact on others. These events remind us of the responsibility that comes with a large online following. Content creators wield significant influence, which requires ethical standards. Pranks or experiments that potentially cause harm, regardless of the intended message, are unacceptable. It was January 2017 in Barcelona, Spain. Kanghua Ren, a 19-year-old YouTuber known as Reset, had gained a large following with around 1.2 million subscribers. Ren's channel was built on extreme pranks and challenges, often suggested by his viewers. But one prank he chose to perform would ultimately change his life and that of a homeless man. For this prank, a viewer suggested that Ren replace the cream filling of Oreo cookies with toothpaste. Ren took on the idea, hoping it would boost his popularity. Carefully, he removed the cream from the cookies and replaced it with white toothpaste, making them look like regular Oreos. Ren searched for someone to target on a cold day with this prank. He approached Gorge L, a 53-year-old homeless man originally from Romania. With his camera recording, Ren gave Gorge the altered cookies and a €20 bill. Unaware of the prank, Gorge ate one of the cookies and immediately felt sick, vomiting shortly after. The entire interaction was recorded and later uploaded to Ren's YouTube channel. In the video, Ren could be heard laughing about the prank, commenting that he might have gone a bit far, but then adding that it would clean Gorge L's teeth since he seemed not to have done it for a long time because he was poor. The video quickly sparked public outrage. Viewers and others online were dismayed by Ren's lack of empathy and the distress he had caused Gorge L. The backlash was fast and severe. Ren deleted the video but soon posted another video trying to make amends. He offered Gorge another €20 and spent one night with him on the streets. However, people felt this effort needed to be more superficial and undo the harm already done. As public anger grew, the police investigated the incident. Evidence suggested that Ren had offered Gorge's daughter €300 to persuade her not to press charges. Nevertheless, the case moved to court, where Ren faced charges of violating Gorge's moral integrity. Prosecutors argued that the act exploited Gorge, a vulnerable person, for entertainment. In court, Ren defended himself, saying the prank was meant to entertain and that he didn't intend to cause harm. He explained that he was simply trying to create content that would attract views. But Judge Rosa Aragonis was unconvinced. She noted that Ren had a pattern of similar pranks targeting vulnerable people. For instance, it was alleged that he had previously filled sandwiches with cat poo and offered them to schoolchildren and older adults in a park. Judge Aragonis determined that Ren's actions were not isolated but part of a pattern of exploiting others for content. She stated that Ren had earned more than €2,000 in ad revenue from the Oreo video alone. In response, the court sentenced Ren to 15 months in prison and required him to pay €20,000 or about $22,300 in compensation to Gorge. Ren's YouTube and social media accounts were also ordered to be shut down for 5 years. Despite the sentence, Ren was unlikely to serve jail time. Under Spanish law, first-time offenders with sentences under 2 years for non-violent crimes often have their sentences suspended. However, the financial and social media penalties significantly impacted Ren's online presence and income. The case attracted considerable media attention, highlighting the ethical concerns surrounding online pranks and the extreme lengths some creators might go for views. Ren's actions served as a warning, urging influencers to recognize their responsibility in creating content that respects others. Ren's once popular YouTube channel went silent. The court ruling prevented him from using social media to exploit others for 5 years. Meanwhile, Gorge received compensation for the ordeal, but the emotional impact of his public humiliation would likely remain. This incident raises important questions about entertainment boundaries and the responsibilities of content creators. What if Ren had used his platform to help others instead of taking advantage of them? And what if viewers had discouraged harmful pranks by not engaging with such content? This case tells us about creators' influence and the ethical considerations essential in pursuing online fame. On July 5, 2015, a group of YouTube pranksters from the channel Troll Station staged a disruptive prank at the National Portrait Gallery in London. 5 men with covered faces entered the gallery, carrying fake paintings and setting off loud alarms. The peaceful gallery quickly became chaotic as visitors scrambled to escape, fearing a severe threat. Amid the panic, one woman fainted and several people were nearly trampled. The incident occurred shortly after a tragic event on a beach in Tunisia and amid high security concerns across Europe, which heightened visitors' fears. What was meant to be a prank created a severe disturbance, and it could have led to injuries or worse. The pranksters involved were 27-year-old Daniel Jarvis, 20-year-old Endrit Ferizoli, 29-year-old Ebenezer Menza, 23-year-old Helder Gomes, and cameraman Dan Van Lee. Known for their extreme pranks, Troll Station had previously shocked the public with various stunts, but this one went too far. After the National Portrait Gallery prank, they proceeded to Tate Britain, where they staged another incident, simulating an abduction with a female accomplice, leaving many witnesses shaken. The entire act was filmed and posted on Troll Station's YouTube channel, where it quickly garnered millions of views. However, the prank's impact was severe. Many visitors were left frightened, some suffered minor injuries, and one woman was knocked unconscious during the stampede. District Judge Mike Snow criticized the pranksters in court, emphasizing how dangerous their actions were and how easily things could have escalated. He pointed out that, given the public's anxiety at the time, the prank was incredibly insensitive. The sight of masked men entering a public space heightened the distress of onlookers who did not realize it was staged. Prosecutor Katie Weiss explained that the prank was carefully planned, with the group arriving with fake artwork, alarms, and masks to ensure maximum disruption. Barry Palmer, head of security at the National Portrait Gallery, stated how the event showed a need for increased visitor safety, particularly with rising concerns about public security. The pranksters admitted to causing public fear and disruption. Jarvis, the leader, was sentenced to 20 weeks in prison. Menza and Gomez received 18 weeks, and Ferrizoli was sentenced to a young offenders institution for 16 weeks. Cameraman Dan Van Ley, who recorded the prank, was already serving time for a previous fake threat. Judge Snow dismissed the pranksters' defense, calling it troubling that they found humor in frightening others. He described their actions as slapstick gone wrong, saying the prank created genuine terror rather than amusement. Despite the pranksters' intentions, their stunts became a frightening ordeal for many. This incident wasn't the first legal trouble for Jarvis and Gomes. In 2014, they were convicted for disrupting a football match by running onto the field to take selfies with players, showing a pattern of reckless stunts for attention. Gomes had also staged other bizarre pranks, including a fake argument on Valentine's Day in a coffee shop where he threw personal items to embarrass a woman. The video, like others from Troll Station, was posted online. Troll Station's founder, Dan Van Lee, had also been involved in prior controversial stunts. In March 2015, he served jail time for a prank involving a suitcase with a timer left at bus stops, sparking fear. The reactions from bystanders were honest, and the video gained millions of views. After their court appearance, the pranksters showed little remorse. Jarvis even gave a thumbs up to supporters while others remained expressionless as they received their sentences. This incident raises important questions about the boundaries of online pranks. What if the stampede had caused severe injuries? What if someone mistook the prank for a real threat and reacted violently? The pranksters ignored these risks in pursuit of online fame. The aftermath also prompts concerns about platforms like YouTube, which amplify extreme content to millions. While Troll Station's videos attracted a large audience, they raised questions about these platforms' responsibility in preventing harmful content. Ultimately, what the pranksters saw as entertainment became a terrifying experience for many. This incident reminds us of the potential harm when public safety is sacrificed for attention. It was April 2nd, 2023, a typical Sunday at Dulles Town Center Mall in Sterling, Virginia. Shoppers went about their day, unaware of the incident about to unfold. Among them was Tanner Cook, a 21-year-old YouTuber known for provocative pranks on his channel, Classified Goons. Tanner's pranks often aimed to surprise or confuse people for his audience's amusement. But this day, his latest prank would take a dangerous turn. With his friends recording, Tanner spotted Alan Coley, a 31-year-old DoorDash driver, waiting for an order in the food court. To Tanner, Coley seemed like the perfect target. He approached, filming with his phone and repeatedly playing an odd phrase through Google Translate. "Hey, quit thinking about my twinkle." The idea was to provoke a reaction from Coley for his 50,000 followers. Coley quickly became uncomfortable and asked Tanner to stop, trying to move away. Tanner, undeterred, continued the prank, edging closer to get a reaction. Coley then swatted at the phone and in a flash pulled out a gun, firing a shot that hit Tanner in the lower chest. In an instant, the prank had escalated into a life-threatening situation. The sound of the gunshot caused panic among mall-goers, many fearing an active shooter. Security and police arrived promptly, restraining Coley and placing him under arrest. Meanwhile, Tanner, bleeding and disoriented, staggered out of the food court before collapsing near a restaurant. Authorities rushed him to the hospital, where he was listed in critical condition. Tanner's injuries included damage to his stomach and liver, requiring intensive care for several days. His parents remained at his bedside, believing his survival was due to divine intervention. His father, Jeremy, said he believed that God saved his son's life. As Tanner began recovering, the legal case against Coley moved forward. Coley faced charges of aggravated malicious wounding and firearm-related offenses. Prosecutors argued that Coley's actions were unjustified, insisting that Tanner's odd prank did not pose a real threat. They claimed that Coley's response was out of proportion to the situation. However, Coley's defense team argued that Tanner's prank was invasive and stressful. Coley's lawyer, Adam Pouliard, said Tanner's actions were designed to provoke a reaction without regard for Coley's discomfort. The defense argued that Coley reacted as any person might when alarmed and cornered. Coley himself took the stand, explaining how the prank made him feel threatened. As a delivery driver often dealing with strangers, he carried a concealed weapon for protection. When Tanner approached him, he believed he was in danger and felt he had no option but to defend himself. Defense attorney Tabitha Blake reinforced this argument, emphasizing that Coley did not realize he was being pranked and saw Tanner's behavior as invasive and alarming. After hearing the arguments, the jury decided whether Coley's actions were an overreaction or an act of self-defense. Ultimately, they found Coley not guilty of aggravated malicious wounding. However, he was convicted on a lesser charge for discharging a firearm in a public place. which carried potential jail time. Outside the courthouse, Tanner responded calmly to the verdict, saying it was part of God's plan. Despite his severe injury and the trial, Tanner expressed no intention of abandoning his prank videos. Since the shooting, Tanner has continued posting new content, including several prank videos. When asked if he had any regrets or planned to change his approach, he defended his content, saying it was meant to entertain, not disturb or frighten people. The incident at Dulles Town Center has sparked debates about the boundaries of pranks and the right to self-defense. Tanner's channel, known for its risky content, includes pranks that some viewers find funny, but others see as harassment. The case also raised questions about when self-defense is justified in public spaces. Colley's acquittal showed the fine line between a prank and a potential threat, showing how easily pranks can be perceived as dangerous in the wrong circumstances.